Who or what is Eostre? Hi, I'm Dr. James Holt, and in modern pagan traditions, today, the 20th of March, is the festival of Eostre, marking the spring equinox. As a day of light conquering darkness, it is the celebration of spring's warmth, the light of the sun, and the awakening of the earth. The symbols of Eostre are flowers, butterflies, rabbits, and eggs. Each of these are symbols of new life and rebirth. For an individual, it's a reminder to seek balance in life and the opportunity for new starts and the balance that nature can bring to life. The spring equinox is key for many pagans, as light is equally balanced with darkness at this time, but light is on the increase and will reach its apogee at the summer solstice. In modern Druidry, it can also be known as Albanellia, or the light of the earth. As one Druid has commented, as the sun grows warmer, so life begins to show through the soil. Small signs at first, the daffodils and crocuses, then more green as the bluebells and wood anemones spread through the woodland. Plants are seen by some as inanimate greenery with no actual feelings and life force. But Druids see life in all living things, from rocks and stones to rivers and springs, plants and trees. All life is sacred. Eostre is often seen to be the forerunner of the Christian festival Easter. It is, however, much more complex than that. Eostre is actually a modern celebration that itself may be seen to draw upon some of the themes and practices of the Christian Easter. So what does Easter mean, and why does this suggestion persist? The Venerable Bede in the 8th century wrote, Eostre Month has a name which is now translated Paschal Month, and which was once called after a goddess of theirs named Eostre, in whose honour feasts were celebrated in that month. Now they designate that Paschal season by her name, calling the joys of the new rite by the time-honoured name of the old observance. Bede's is the only reference to a goddess named Eostre, but his suggestion is that there was an Anglo-Saxon deity who was celebrated in her month, Eostre Month or Eostre Month, and therefore the name was adopted. There is scant, if any, evidence of how any celebrations of the goddess looked. In explaining why rabbits, hares and eggs became a symbol of Easter, this has led some to speculate that the hare was a sacred animal of Eostre or Eostre. Charles Bilson identified many examples of the involvement of hares in many spring customs and mythology in pre-Christian times throughout Europe, suggesting their importance. From a Christian perspective, each of these elements of celebration are symbols of rebirth and the renewal that is both spring, but also, more importantly, is brought by the resurrection. Easter's name certainly owes itself to Eostre, arguably an Anglo-Saxon goddess, but the practices and development from one to the other is not as simple as some may suggest.